Hi, this is Natalie Rydstrom and you're watching Euro Football Weekly. Joining us now is Phelps from In Play Radio, and we're going to take a look at the accumulator bet, the big three London clubs to all win on opener day, and whether it's a bet we'll play or pass. Lee, thanks for being here today.
No problem.
Now, the three big London clubs to play are Arsenal, Tottenham and Chelsea, and the first to kick off is Tottenham when they visit West Ham on Saturday, 16th of August. Spurs are the favourites to win with decent odds priced at 2.25, but they are playing an away match, first of the season. Will this be an easy win, and what outcome do you predict?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think it will be an easy win. I mean, do you know what? I was one of the signings I've seen so far that I've been most impressed with. I mean, I'm not talking, you kind of Luis Suarez type signing. But one of the players I was really impressed with at the World Cup was Enner Valencia. Scored 3 goals for Ecuador. I was really impressed with him. I thought he might go to a bigger club, but he's gone to West Ham, which I thought was interesting. Another interesting one, Diego Poyet, Gus's son, only 19, but won Player of the Year at Charlton last year. So, I mean, I'm not saying he's going to set, the Premier League alight, but he might be an interesting guy to keep an eye on. Tottenham, I'm waiting on the signings. I'm waiting to see what happens with them. Not got the greatest opening day record. Won away at Palace last year. Lost the year before at Newcastle. Lost at home the year before that against Man U. West Ham have got a good record on opening day. I don't know if people take too much notice of this, but it might just be a quirk. But they've of the 3 home games they've played on opening day in the last 5 years, against Cardiff, against Aston Villa, against Wigan, they've won them all. Now, you could say those 3 clubs are kind of perennial underachievers or strugglers, and Tottenham aren't. But I'm not so sure this is going to be so easy. If Andy Carroll's fit to play, then I'd be looking at West Ham getting something out of the game. He's obviously suffering with an injury at the moment, and it's curtailed his pre-season. But either way, I think I'll hedge towards a draw on this one.
Okay, and what about heading towards a draw, or would you do sort of like a draw no bet option, or all your money would go on the draw?
I'd probably just go for the draw, to be honest with you. It's an interesting way in, the draw no bet. But to be honest with you, I'd rather have some money back than not. I'd rather be a winner.
Yeah.
And I think I could see a draw here. I think West Ham are going to have a decent season, and I think Tottenham, they're not always right on it. And I think if they haven't made the right signings, the players might not be quite as keyed up as they could be. So yeah, I'm pretty confident to go for a draw on this one.
Okay, well, next team to play is Arsenal on Sunday, 17th, who have the home advantage against Crystal Palace, a team who finished 11th last season. The Gunners ended in a respectable 4th position last season, and with the likes of Matthew Debuchy and Alexis Sanchez added to their roster, this should be a clear win, and as a result, they're priced low at 1.33 compared to the Glaziers' odds of 12. Are we looking at a clear win here and possibly a clean sheet from the home team?
Yeah, I think this would be a good bet. I mean, we've had a couple of clean sheets in the last 2 matches for Arsenal, 2-0 wins. Both goalless at half-time, actually, which kind of tells you how Palace play, doesn't it? They keep it very tight, try and keep you out for as long as they possibly can. When they concede one, they find it very difficult to then get back into the game. And when they do push forward, that's where they leave gaps at the back, and consequently, you get 2-0. And so I could see that scoreline again, to be honest with you. I mean, Arsenal's opening day form, not so great. Lost to Villa on the opening day last year, 3-1. Viewers might remember that. 0-0 against Sunderland the year before that. 0-0 against Newcastle. Drew 1-1 with Liverpool the year before that. The standout result, I remember this actually, a few years ago now, when they beat Everton 6-1 on opening day, how they'd love that to kickstart the season. But I think with the impetus, and especially if they make more signings, those players that you mentioned, Natalie, and maybe more, then I think they'll hit the ground running, Arsenal, this time, and I could see a clear win, a win to nil, and if anyone's looking for a correct score, wouldn't put anyone off that 2-0 scoreline.
Yeah, I agree with you, Lee. Now, Chelsea is the final of the big 3 London clubs to play on Monday when they visit Burnley. Burnley are newly promoted. They do have the home advantage, but they are playing a team who have the shortest odds to win the title this year. Now, with that in mind, Chelsea to win is priced at 1.4. Is this another clear win?
I think it is a win. A funny record against Burnley, Chelsea. If you remember going back to 2008, the League Cup, Burnley put them out on penalties at Stamford Bridge. It was a major shock that season. In 2010, it took a really late John Terry goal for Chelsea to beat them. I think it was 3-2 at Turf Moor. It's a real old-fashioned kind of ground, Turf Moor. This is a night game, remember, Monday night. That Burnley last in the Premier League. They beat Manchester United on their opening home game. That was on a Wednesday night. Won 1-0 against Man U. And that Man United team wasn't kind of last year's Man United team. They finished second, a point behind Chelsea. Burnley went down. So Burnley are capable on their night of beating teams at Turf Moor because it's that kind of stereotypical Northern England kind of football ground. Mm-hmm. So I don't think it'll be a stroll in the park for Chelsea. I do think they'll get the job done though, because I think we're going to see a very workmanlike, very professional Chelsea team here. Jose Mourinho won't be giving any of that stuff that he said last year about it being a transitional season. This is it. They want to win the Premier League this season, so they'll need to start well. And you look at Burnley's signings. Jutkiewicz scored 7 in 20 at Bolton last year. Marvin Sordell, not a Premier League striker, So I don't think they'll score against Chelsea. I think Chelsea will score. We'll see. I mean, Diego Costa's obviously come on board. So Fabregas as well. Felipe. Still got the likes of Torres in the ranks. So, I think they'll score. I can't see Burnley scoring, but it might take them a while. They'll be surprised if it's 0-0 at half-time and Chelsea get it done fairly late on, maybe after the 70th minute mark. Maybe even win 2-0 in the end, but I think it'll take them a while to get through the Burnley defence.
All right, so not a clear win there, but Chelsea should get the job done. Okay, so we've broken down the big 3 London club opener matches. If you combine those for the accumulator bet, that gives us odds of 4.5. Quite a return for your money. Now, I know you said you can see the Spurs drawing, but at those odds, would you take the gamble? Lee, will you pass or play this bet?
I did say the draw, didn't I, for West Ham, Tottenham. But do you know what? I'll take it. I think the price is good enough when you look at. I think Arsenal and Chelsea will win, and I'm willing to risk with the price. I'm willing to risk a Tottenham win there. Yeah.
Okay, so all right, you're going to play that bet there, Lee. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks.